live from the debate room. We're here live from the DCOMcast debate room.
The debate room.
The debate room. We got presidential candidate Duncan here. Duncan, got one question here from the audience. Was Zenon the Zequel better or worse than Zenon, Girl of the 21st Century?
Now, I know how my constituents may feel about this, but I sincerely believe Zenon, Girl of the 21st Century to be a superior film to Zenon the Zequel.
Interesting take. And what do you say to the naysayers out there?
Can't beat the original, baby.
Yeah, that's where it is, really. You can't beat the original. Thank you for joining us today on now you know about the presidential candidates.
The one presidential candidate.
Now you know about the presidential candidate. I'm Roman Mars. See you guys next week.
I thought you were gonna ask yourself the same question.
You can ask me? Why would the host ask himself a question?
No, like you would play the host character and then ask yourself.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, as we know, I could just record over your audio and it would be me.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
No, I won't.
Just wait until I get canceled, and then you're gonna have to redo every episode just by yourself.
It's for the archives. This show is a historical show, okay? And so
this is in the Library of Congress right now.
This is documenting. This isn't for entertainment. This is documenting the good and bad.
I've engraved this on a gold disc that I'm shipping into space.
Can you imagine what aliens would think of this podcast?
They think it's so funny.
I think they would. I think the aliens would be rocking out, you know. They'd be listening on their like 8-pronged, headphones because they have 8 ears.
They have 8 ears. Imagine how expensive headphones would be.
Actually, they have 4 ears. They just have to share it with somebody. Always. You have to always be listening with somebody else.
They're a very social species, these aliens. They're connected more than us even.
Yeah, because like when we got like cool technology, we kind of like lost our, like, I don't know, we started relying on technology, you know what I mean? But these aliens, they knew there were limitations going in, and they didn't make any Twitter. They didn't make Twitter. And
they didn't make Twitter, guys. But they still made podcasts.
They did. They made podcasts, but no Twitter.
Have you ever listened to a full podcast with someone else? Just like sat there with someone listening to a podcast together?
No.
Yeah, that seems weird, doesn't it?
It seems like it's a tough medium to share because it sort of is like a personal kind of thing where it's like you're listening to it to sort of avoid listening to everything else. And so by sharing it, it's almost like you feel like, what are you supposed to do, right? When you sit down, because like when you listen to a podcast, right? Maybe you're doing chores, maybe you're doing work, whatever, right? But it's usually not like the main thing you're listening to. Sometimes it's not. But when you listen to it with like another person, you're sort of both like constrained to that one spot, and you're both like sitting there. What do you do?
I guess you could like do something else together while also listening to a podcast together.
That's true. Like, what if... So, here's what I'm imagining in my brain. It's like two people, they're both chefs, at a very fast kitchen,
Okay.
It's not fast food, but it's a fast kitchen. And they're sort of standing back to back at their workstations, and they have headphones. I just thought of a funnier brain concept. Can you imagine you're in a cubicle, and you just had, like, a wire leading from one cubicle to the next cubicle, and that's how you shared listening to a podcast.
That would be incredible. You can't see each other. You're just listening to the same thing at the same time.
Yeah, and at that point, it's like easier to like unplug your headphones from the person because like the person at the other cubicle is leaning in to make it so that their headphones reach. At that point, it's easier to just like unplug it and just sync up.
Yeah, so in my mind, the first place I went to was what if two people were having sex while listening to this podcast?
What would be the best podcast to do that to? You know,
Not this one.
no, definitely not this
That
one.
would be awful.
That would be awful, because then you'd be listening to the podcast and you'd hear our like very, very good movie opinions, and you'd have to stop and think.
You would have to stop and take a minute to really consider what we just said.
That's what happens with the Joe Rogan podcast. You'd be doing it, and then you'd have to stop and go, maybe octopuses are aliens. That's kind of interesting.
You're like, hold on a second, baby's pulling up another monkey video.
Hold on. Oh my god. Imagining putting the Joe Rogan podcast in front of, like, head of your relationship is so funny.
The Joe Rogan podcast is a contraceptive of sorts.
Yeah, because if you find out somebody listens to the Joe Rogan podcast immediately on the first date, it's a really good way to know that you're sort of not going to want to stick with them for a while.
No, I just mean you turn it on while you're doing it, and you'll never be able to finish because you get too interested in the podcast.
I see. Yeah, because it's too dang interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you imagine NPR? Doing it to NPR?
It's Ira Glass.
Cereal?
Yeah, so we watched Zenon the Zequel.
I really thought for a second you were about to say we watched Zooey Mama.
Oh, man.
Which I think is the only other thing in the common vernacular that starts with a Z.
Yeah. We bought a zoo.
Yeah, but that
Wee
starts
Mama.
with a W. We bought a Zenon, I guess.
We bought a Zenon. We bought a Zequel is what we bought.
Yeah, we did buy a
Do you want me to
Zequel.
read the plot synopsis, or do you want to read it?
I would love you to read this plot synopsis.
Zenon the Zequel, 2001, comedy/sci-fi, 1 hour, 40 minutes. Armed with a restricted zone roaming pass awarded to her for heroism, 15-year-old Zenon Carr and her best friend Nebula stir up trouble all over the Spay-stay. When their antics come to the attention of Commander Plank, he sentences Zenon to work in the Alien Patrol Lab, where she will spend hours waiting for signs of alien life. After Zenon receives what she believes to be a radio signal from an alien, she tries to convince the skeptical crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely beginning focused.
Right, which I think plot synopsises should be more like that.
Yeah, because but I think the central question of the flick was less can she convince them that it was aliens, and more can she find those aliens?
It's really more how does she get the military to leave the Spay-stay?
Yeah, that's really more of what it is. Yeah, because there's that whole subplot. I guess it's not really the subplot. It's sort of the main driving force of it. But if you were to read just the plot synopsis, it would be a subplot where the army, the military, takes control over the Spay-stay.
Right.
So yeah, from the perspective of like it tells the beginning, yeah, but like it doesn't really tell you the main central question of the flick, of the space flick.
Right. And now I'm just thinking about people having sex to you explaining how poorly written this plot synopsis is.
They're like,
And they stop and they're like, yeah, you're right. What the hell? Who writes these?
who does? That's a good question. Who does write these?
Yeah, I honestly don't know where these come from.
Because Google don't. That'd be lots of work for Google.
I guess they come from Google.
It would make sense for them to take them from Disney Plus's, like, now, you know? Because somebody,
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it the other day, somebody had to go through and write new plot synopsises for all of the Disney Plus movies that would fit, like, the amount of space that is allotted for that.
Man, he basically had to tweet about every Disney movie ever made.
Yeah. Yeah, can you imagine having to do that for, like, the past, I don't know, 10 DCOMs we've watched?
Oh, man. We talked about him for an hour.
I know, but, well, we kind of talked around them for an hour.
That's true. We probably talked at most for about 6 minutes about each of these movies.
I don't know. It's like a horse that talks.
Yeah, I don't know. He's in a wheelchair. Whatever.
You'll just have to watch it. Miracle in Lane 2 was really good. I want to say that. I really
was a
like
good
that.
one.
The more I think about that movie, the more I enjoyed that movie. Anyways.
I think a lot of these movies, the farther away you get from them, the better an experience they are in your mind.
Except for Johnny Tsunami. That one still is sour. That one's still not great.
I enjoyed Johnny Tsunami.
I think I fell asleep during Johnny Tsunami.
But you didn't fall asleep in Zenon the Zequel, now did you?
I did not.
Even though it's a non-habit forming sleep aid.
I was gonna say that that now that we've surpassed this episode, it's now DCOM the DQuil.
The DQuil.
But that's just like a non-drowsy sickness supplement that you drink.
What other equals could there be? Equal.
Yeah, you got one right there.
Ray William Johnson's Z equals 3.
He just discusses. That's what we should have called our show. Z equals
What's
3.
happening, Spay-stay? Ray William Carr.
Can you imagine? Well, I mean, this movie did have a lot of moments where characters did like vlogs. I wonder if there was characters who did like clip-based web series. You know what I mean?
Oh man, yeah. There's a lot. This is a technology-heavy movie.
Can you imagine like Nebula Point?
Oh my god.
Or like Spay-stay's funniest home videos?
That would be incredible. Just like clips of Zenon like throwing people out of the airlock.
Which sounds like it's excessive, but that's exactly what happened at the beginning of this movie.
Yeah, she tells Nebula that she invented a new game.
Which, of course, is very interesting. And when she brings her in to show her the game, it's just Pong.
It's Pong on a computer, but the balls, you don't get points. They're just balls that fly around.
And the idea is you don't want to let the balls out of the box. And the control is opening the door open and shut. And I don't know why you couldn't just shut the door and say, oh, we got all the points because none of the balls got out of the box.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it's supposed to work like Pong, where you're supposed to hit the balls back to the other people.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't work because in reality what she's doing is opening and closing the airlocks of the commander's like quarters.
Yeah, which like it's just sort of a free access kind of thing. Like there's no like override code that you have to type in to open the airlock directly in the room of the commander.
Well, because she saved the Spay-stay, they gave her a key card that let her do anything she wanted.
Yeah, but what architect goes, yeah, I think the commander's going to want an airlock directly out into space in his room.
It's an emergency. He needs two opposing each other.
Yeah. So they're playing Pong but they're not actually playing Pong. What if it was like a Five Nights at Freddy's-esque, like the door shut and you have a battery to keep the door shut.
Oh man.
And so you got to keep things out, but you can't, like the battery keeps depleting.
Like Pong with energy management.
That sounds like a game jam game.
It really does. Or like a mobile port of Pong where you can only move the paddle so many times a day.
You get like energy refills and like
watch an ad to move the paddle.
Upgrade the length of your paddle by watching an ad.
Buy more Pong gems to I guess increase the length of the paddle.
One tap control mechanics, timers in game. You can plant like Pong crops to get new objects.
Is that what Raid Shadow Legends is?
No, of course not, Duncan. Raid Shadow Legends is the brand new game that's sweeping the nation.
Yeah. Remember to everybody join our clan on Raid Shadow Legends. DCOMcast.
D-clan.
Spelled with a C. It's spelled with a C.
With the C, God, please, with the C.
It's all C's, folks, okay? No need to worry.
Nobody's going to ask you any questions about this clan, but if they do, make sure to send them our way, because they're going to get 400 free gold bars.
They're going to get the new hero Inquisitor for free. Look how great she is.
I love the way that she is.
She rocks.
they recently did a crossover with Rainbow Six Siege, and you get to have all 6 colors of the Siege rainbow. I think.
The 6 colors of the rainbow.
Yeah. Red, orange, yellow, sad, angry, and Army
And
Man.
Zenon.
And Zenon.
I really liked this movie, honestly.
Yeah, I did too.
And I think one of the main reasons why I enjoyed this movie is they had what was essentially cell phones, and they could communicate with each other at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Which made the plot feel way less contrived.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they could just, like, work through problems and plan things.
Through V-mail.
Instead of aimlessly wandering through the plot of a film about horses or some shit.
Right, right. Or, like, trudging through the plot of somebody who has a real keen sense of horses.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What about the other Mequel?
The other Mequel.
What if we got a sequel to The Other Me called The Other Mequel?
And it's just like it takes place after the
There's
plot
3 of them
the
now.
First oh shit. What else could provide a similar like cloning effect other than like scientists?
They have a son.
I'm thinking a camera that has a printer on it.
Oh, that would be cool.
That feels very like 2002.
A cursed camera?
Yeah, that like you take a picture of something and it immediately like prints it out, and it's supposed to not work on humans, but like it does accidentally.
Oh, and he's an evil version of him now.
Oh, like a corporation money hungry version of him.
I was thinking more just like a demon. Like it's a haunted camera.
Oh, I see. So it sort of makes like a vampire him.
Not really a vampire.
I want to rate your movie.
Not a vampire. Ghoulish, maybe.
I love ghoulish. What is a ghoul? You know what I mean?
A ghoul is like a,
It's just somebody who's mean, right?
It's like a zombie type of thing.
It's like somebody who's not like us. You know what I mean?
Maybe?
It's like somebody who's not a human.
Yeah.
Are vampires human?
They used to be. They're undead, which means they're not human anymore.
Okay, so once you die, you become ghoul.
No, ghoul is a specific... Ghouls are like zombies, basically. Like, it's a specific thing.
Ghoul is a specific thing? I didn't realize that. I thought, like, ghoul was the general term for anything, like...
Well, they're all used interchangeably.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. Because who knows what zombie is anymore, you know what I mean? The media has, like, totally destroyed their name.
Do you think... So there's a DCOM called Zombies.
Mm-hmm.
They could totally make Zombies the Zequel.
They could, but it's at this point they'd probably just call it Zombies 2.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think calling things, or honestly nowadays it would probably be like Zombies Senior Year. Because if you name something 2, they have to have, it's like, it's a marketing thing where the people who didn't watch the first one won't watch the second one.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like Zombies Graduation or Zombies Senior Year. That's a good one.
Yeah, Zombies Senior Year. And then it's just like, because it's like High School Musical 1, High School Musical 2, High School Musical 3, whatever. Can you imagine High School Musical reunion? The reunion year. No,
High School
day.
Musical: The Return.
The Return. I was thinking like a high school reunion, High School Musical.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that works.
But I feel like the return of the High School Musical is also very funny because it insinuates a Star Wars storyline.
Or like a horror movie.
Yeah, yeah, like the day of the High School Musical.
The new from Disney Plus, the day of the High School Musical, the series.
How many modifiers can you add to that series and make it still make sense?
Nirvana, the band, the High School Musical, the series.
The show.
So what else happened in the Zequel? They replaced Nebula.
They did, which is weird, and they didn't. So a lot of the stuff that changed between this movie and the previous one, because what was the original Zenon? It was like 1990,
99?
99, yeah.
It was 99 or 98.
Yeah, one of those two. And so a little bit of time has passed between that one and this one in the real world, and so they had to like make some changes. So like, for example, she gets dumped within the first like 2 minutes of the movie. We don't see the boyfriend at all. I don't think, do we hear the boyfriend? I didn't quite catch it.
No, he's
Yes.
like hand waved out of the film in one scene that's like post conversation where Zenon says he broke up with me.
Yeah, it's so good. It's such an easy way to get a character out of a film if you don't get him for the second one.
Right. I mean, they could have even said like they broke up before the movie started.
Right. What I like to imagine happened was the writers got through this movie, and then like one of the Disney people read it and was like, "Hey, where's the boyfriend?" And they're like, "Oh no, we forgot about the boyfriend."
Forgot about him.
Yeah. I mean, they broke up. Obviously, you can read that part of the script right at the beginning. It's easy.
We got to do reshoots, delay the film. People are gonna care so much about this plot hole.
DCOMcast will tear us apart if we don't fix this one.
2 assholes who are babies right now are gonna hate us.
We're the chosen ones. We're the boys who lived.
They're just looking at us as babies, holding the script in front of us.
they Yeah, actually, I don't know if you remember, but our memories got wiped when we were 5. That's why you can't remember anything before that.
Men in
before
Black
that,
style.
we were Disney executives.
Oh man, a baby movie producer. Now there's a decom.
No, that's a decom right there. Quince, move out of the way. I'm here to tell you about Smart Baby.
Smart babies. What if
Green
they were
light.
babies, but they also had like really high, maybe genius level intelligence?
Well, Duncan, I think you'd be talking about baby geniuses.
Exactly.
Baby Geniuses is a fucking terrifying film.
Is it? I don't remember.
Yeah, one of the plot points at the end of the film is that like an animatronic baby comes alive and is controlled by a baby. And
I used to watch a lot of movies about babies when I was a kid.
yeah, I don't know. It was weird because like as a kid, you don't like babies. Even now, some people, don't like babies.
I did like babies though.
You liked babies as a kid?
Yeah.
Well, that explains it.
What does that mean, huh? What does that mean? Are you calling me a baby?
Duncan, I hate to break it to you, but I think you might be a baby.
I'm not a baby, dude.
I think you're a baby.
I'm not a baby.
Well, you'll have to prove it to me.
Dude,
but
fucking cut this out.
I'm not going to cut this out, Duncan.
You cut it out of when you're editing.
I'm not going to fucking cut it out. You cut it out. Use some scissors, Duncan. Have you tried using scissors before?
I don't have my scissors in the closet. I would do the funny joke, but they're on my desk. I don't want to get out.
I mean, I'm guessing you have safety scissors. Would a baby be able to do this? No, huh?
I don't have scissors, but it's not because I'm a baby. I just
know,
don't have
it's because
scissors.
you're a baby.
I'm getting really mad. I'm actually getting mad.
Well, prove to me you're not a baby.
How do I prove to you I'm not a baby?
I don't know. Have you eaten food that's like
Solid food?
solid?
Yeah, I ate solid food just before I ate chips, hard chips.
Sounds very convincing.
Fuck.
Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen you eat solid food.
I'm always eating baby food.
Can you imagine we were hanging out and you quickly shove baby food into your
I'm
desk?
trying to
and
pass it off as a joke. Oh, I'm eating baby food again. You know me. Crazy Duncan.
It's an ironic pacifier.
I'm ironically wearing a diaper. No, it's for irony reasons.
I'm doing a
ABIL, adult baby irony lover.
adult baby irony lover. That's for somebody who just loves eating Cheerios. You know what I mean?
But not really. They love how bad Cheerios are.
Yeah, they love how bad Cheerios are. No. It's I eat it irony. I eat it for the iron content.
So, in this movie, Zenon the Zequel, which is what we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
It's revealed that it's not space-stay.
Oh
It's
yeah.
shortened even further to Spay-stay.
Yeah, SPAYSTAY, which is not an object. It's something you do to your dog.
Right. It's a command to give your dog.
Yeah. Call your dog Spay.
No, they do both. It's like sit, roll over. It's Spay-stay.
Get a self-spay.
They walk over to the vet, yeah.
Yeah. They walk themselves. Can you imagine if you were at the vet and a dog just like dropped a piece of paper that said "spay me"?
I mean, you'd have to do it. It's the vet code.
Rule number 1, do no harm. Rule number 2, spay every dog that comes in with a piece of paper that says "spay me."
Yeah, rule number 2, if a dog asks for surgery, you have to give it to them.
And if you're a police officer, you have to tell them. That's the third rule of being a vet.
Did you feel like this movie went too far with the slang?
Yes. Yeah. I was actually about to bring that up again. About all the like. So if you didn't catch our last episode about Zenon, or if you did and you want a reminder, the way that they say things are like super cool is they use the word major and they say it after the word. So they say cool major.
Right. They say cool major if something's really cool, or I guess they would say bad minor.
No, they say cool minor if something's not cool.
Okay, so they say cool
Yeah.
minor, but then on Earth, they would say cool macro if it was really cool, and cool micro if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like Zenon had this level of linguistic studies of how language would progress separately in Earth and on the Spay-stay.
Yeah, they really tried to shoot for like what they thought that language would evolve into.
Like calling onion rings O-rings, which they do again in this movie.
Yeah, which is like an engineering thing. O-rings are like actually things that you put on something if you want it to decrease the space in between a tube and another tube.
Is that what those are?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can
Was
also
she
use
just
them for
eating these?
mechanical keyboards. That's my head canon. Is that they're actually really tasty in the future. Somebody like, there's like an engineer who's working with one and he's like working on a pipe above him. And he's like looking up and he's like, oh no, I drop it. O-rings are actually really good. I should try frying these and serving them on a plate alongside a cool burger.
Why do you think they're called Cherry MX switches? It's because they're cherry flavored.
They're cherry flavored. Have you tried it? No? Well, there's your problem.
So the plot of this movie is Zenon goes to the alien lab, and she gets a message from aliens, and the message is just like the first few words of a microbe song.
But it like Paul stretched to like a really long.
Yes, just zoom, 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 Paul stretched.
And so it sounds like a monk choir singing zoom.
Yeah, and also included is map data of where they are, which is right next to the moon for some reason.
Hovering over the moon. Well, it's because they want that dang cheese.
Yeah, so Zenon thinks that the aliens are Protozoa fans, and they want Protozoa to perform for them. Which, when I was watching the movie, I didn't really think was that dumb, somehow. But looking back, why would she think that?
Yeah, because like if it's entirely possible that they think it's like a war thing, and they're singing it back because they think that that's how we communicate war. There's a lot of different ways it could have gone down.
Not even that. It's
but
just
like yeah, on the base value of it, how would they know like English enough?
Right. So to me, it would seem like, oh, they're just broadcasting what we broadcasted back to us. Like that, like since that was broadcast from the Spay-stay, they were able
Right.
to receive that signal and they would broadcast that back, like Contact, where they
Right,
get
being
the
like,
Hitler
oh, we got
speech
your
back.
message. Yeah.
Like the aliens in Contact aren't Nazis.
Right. Can you imagine an Arrival if those like septipod aliens landed and they started playing like Gangnam Style?
Dude, they've just party rockers in the house tonight.
Like they want LMFAO to perform for them. Bring LMFAO up here. LMFAO's like stumbling up the stairs in their like huge, hazmat suits.
Oh my god.
And they just do like the shuffle, like they have the shuffle dance. The aliens,
aliens being
poor,
fans
like
of
are
pop
poorly
culture.
animated, jumping and dancing along to it.
The aliens are like, bring us Ed Sheeran.
I'm in love with the shape of you. I can't quite conceive your shape or form, but I'm...
So Zenon decides to escape to Earth to find Protozoa because he's gone into hiding because he's bored. Because he feels like he's done everything.
Yeah, which it's really funny because like they have this newsreel where it's saying, "Oh, Protozoa is taking a break," and she's so appalled. She's like, "What am I gonna do now?"
Right.
Well, I better go against his wishes. Find him.
I better go dox him.
Better go dox him real quick.
In this movie, the hero doxes a celebrity.
Which really is the moral of the story here, folks.
What else happened in the movie? There was a foot shot.
Oh God, there was a foot shot, wasn't there? This one, there's like a little bit of backstory to this one. So the military dude that takes over the Spay-stay brings his daughter in, who is the same daughter that was talking about her military daddy from the first movie. Continuity major. And so Zenon is essentially tasked with babysitting her, I guess.
Yeah, she's like her slave, basically.
Yeah.
She has to do whatever she says.
Yeah, and so she's there's like just like a long sort of montage of microaggressions. And then suddenly one of the shots
Microaggressions.
Microaggressions?
Aggression micro.
Aggression make you micro. Oh my god. And so I just realized that microbe is just small robe. On like cuz like macro and micro is the thing they use on Earth. So robe micro would just be no robe, right?
It would be microbe.
Right.
So it would be BE.
Oh, it's just a tiny bee buzzing
Micro
around.
bee.
Micro bee.
And that's what a microbe is, really. It's a tiny little bug, right?
Whoa. They really
Damn.
thought this one through.
Damn, this movie's so well written.
This
shit.
movie is so it's very clever. They thought about everything, including this young girl's feet, as there's a shot that is like a pan down on the girl and she's like laying in bed and it pans down until the feet are just sort of really in view of the camera, like really, really in view of the camera, and she's getting a pedicure from Zenon.
Right. And I have some major issues with this scene.
Yeah.
So to prank her, Zenon decides to put glue on her toenails instead of paint.
Yeah, which admittedly smells similar, so...
Right. There's no
Props
real
for that.
difference as far as I know. I mean, I'm not super into this stuff, but... So when the girl leaves, she has socks on, and the socks have glued themselves to her toes.
Yeah.
I don't think that would happen because
Yeah,
you wait for nail polish to
Exactly.
dry before you put your socks back on.
Exactly. It's like... Because then the prank doesn't even work, right? Even if it does work, it doesn't work because she just goes, oh, dang, it dried to my sock.
Right, I would assume that would happen
Regular
with normal nail polish.
Yeah, yeah. At least to some extent. Maybe not like, super glue. I guess it wasn't super glue, though. It was just like
It
regular
was just
glue.
glue. I guess it was space glue.
Space glue. Space glue is much stronger because you got to keep those things on the wall.
That's true, yeah. Gravity. There's no
spinning.
gravity, so glue needs to be stronger.
There's no gravity, but there's lots of spinning.
There is a lot of centrifugal force keeping everything in the walls.
There was a very 2001: A Space Odyssey shot in this film.
Which
As
part?
like two characters were crawling down a pipe and the camera was rotating with the pipe.
Oh yeah, when
Yeah.
was that when the alien kid was helping Zenon's mom?
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
totally
to escape.
right.
Yeah, and it was very 2001: A Space Odyssey, and they went, well, it's almost 2001.
It was 2001.
It was 2001. That's right. Oh yeah, it was now.
This was the first 2001 DCOM.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, one of the characters in the movie, it is important that you know this is 2001 movie. One of the characters in the movie predicted a stock market crash. Well, they didn't,
in 2006.
Yeah, they were like, well, ever since the stock market crashed in 2006. It's so funny.
It's so
Because
funny.
it's like, in a world of like things that are like obvious guesses. Nobody really saw it coming, huh?
It's not the same level as President Chelsea Clinton from the first one, but it's
Who
still
does not
pretty
make
good.
a return in this one, unfortunately.
No, maybe in Z3 we'll get a President
Can you
Chelsea Clinton
imagine?
cameo.
Can you imagine Hillary Clinton orders a Z4 just so that she can be in it?
She would be long dead.
Z4? No.
Z4.
She would be Chelsea Clinton.
Oh, holy shit!
She would be. Yeah, she would be
She'd play
playing
her
Chelsea.
daughter.
Yeah. Well, because Chelsea's not going to look old enough yet,
Oh my god, that would be so good.
It would be the perfect time to do that. She's like, oh, and it has to release before the next presidential election cycle.
Oh.
Why? Well, I just want people to be thinking about me.
I want people to remember me this way.
Oh yeah, they ban her for thinking that the aliens are proto fans.
Right. So they don't
Yeah.
want her to contact the aliens, but she does anyway. At least she's really trying. So she
Right.
leaves. She goes to Earth. Mean Girl goes with her.
Mm-hmm.
They find Protozoa's house.
Mm-hmm.
Protozoa's
Protozoa
house.
is a vlogger who's like, he's like with the vlogger who's like, he feels very Casey Neistat in a way. I think a very strange way because
Because
like
he's rich.
Because he's rich and he has like these ideas that he's like I would be president, but they're like I'm too
bored.
Yeah, I'm too bored. Yeah, it's really funny. And so
He talks about how he can't be the Pope because he's not Catholic. So
Right.
Protozoa confirmed not Catholic.
yeah, confirmed non-American, non-Catholic. He's also confirmed to really like to tickle people.
Yeah. So his mountainside home has a tickle force field.
Yeah, and so the characters walk in, and then there's like another shot of their feet, but now there's like electricity surrounding them, sort of Incredibles style, locking them in place and
Yes.
tickling them. And so one of them starts laughing, and the other girl's like, "What's so funny?" This is the military girl who also cast away with her. What's so funny? And she's like, it's tickling me. And she steps forward and she's like, why didn't you tell me? And she's like, I did.
It was
And
a
then-
very Totally Spies-esque scene.
It was very Totally Spies. And so Prozoa is there and he's like, oh, what's up, girls?
Yeah, and they convince him to go play the first rock concert for aliens because he hasn't
Yeah.
done that yet.
Yeah, he's played the first rock concert in space. Do you think who did the second rock concert in space? Was it Weezer?
They were on the moon.
Yeah.
Do you think Weezer and Fred did a concert together on the moon?
Well, does the moon count as space?
Yeah.
Then yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
everybody go watch the YouTube video Fred and Weezer Go to the Moon.
It's so funny. It's a co-branding effort between Weezer and Fred as Fred was releasing his first album
I think Weezer was releasing like Attitude or Hurley at the time too. So it was really bad times for the both of them.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, it had to be Weezer had to be the second one in space. And the third one in space, that was David Bowie. He finally got there in space. They finally played his music in space in a concert format with a hologram and everything.
Oh, it was like a Tupac type thing? It was Tupac and David Bowie?
Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah. That's very Zenon.
The first rock concert in space, mark my words, will be Hatsune Miku. By far the cheapest and easiest to get into space.
Yeah, there's no like flight requirements, and by that time they'll already have, projection equipment to make Miku a reality on space.
The world is hers, and soon space will be too.
The world is hers and also space.
So they get Protozoa on board, but the military finds out that Zenon and the military girl are gone.
Mm-hmm.
So they lock her parents down.
Yeah.
But they need to get her mom to drive the garbage truck to pick up Protozoa and take him to the moon to play rock music for the aliens.
Right.
Yeah, and she's scared of doing that because she's a worrywart who wears stress helmets.
Very one-dimensional character here with this one.
Well, she loves her daughter. That's another dimension.
Oh, that's a second dimension. That's the second one right there.
2-dimensional character.
8-dimensional character.
8D characters.
She is worried. She's a mom. That's 2. She likes her daughter. That's 3. She lives on a space station. That's 4 for sure.
She has a husband.
5.
Every detail about a character is actually a dimension.
6. Yeah, exactly. That's like there's all these YouTube videos that are like, oh, what the 4th dimension is like, how to visualize the 4th dimension. It's just like you like Cheez-Its as well. Like,
yeah.
It's another bullet point on your character sheet.
This is the dimension of being a mom.
How about in reverse, right? It's the number of dimensions you are is the number of the number dice you roll. In order to determine the things that you do in your life. So if you're really unlucky, maybe you're rolling a D4.
A D4 isn't a 4-dimensional object.
No, it's not, but like that's what it's describing. So like 20D would be you're just rolling a D20 in your life. You sometimes get really lucky. Tag yourself, I'm a D12.
Aren't you more lucky on a D4?
No, because you have a 25% chance of being the most unlucky, whereas on a D20 you have a 5% chance.
I don't think that's how this math stuff works.
Okay.
Because you only have 1 through 4, but on the other one you have more numbers. So you have a 5% chance of getting the highest number versus a 25% chance of getting the highest number.
You also have that for the worst number.
Right.
They're all sort of the same amount of lucky, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all sort of the same amount of lucky.
Well, isn't that how it is in life, huh?
We're all this guys, we're all the same amount of lucky.
Yeah, luck doesn't discriminate.
We're all lucky.
We're all lucky. We're all
because we got to
lucky
watch Zenon the Zequel. Should I read the plot synopsis? So they get to space, right, in the garbage truck.
Mm-hmm.
And they get to the moon.
Oh, yeah, it's the garbage truck. I forgot that.
They get to the moon, but they run out of fuel right as they get to the moon. So they think they're going to die by crashing into the moon.
Yeah, and everybody's very scary.
But at the last second, a glowing blue manta ray flies through space and tractor beams their garbage truck into itself, saving them from being destroyed by the moon.
I would like to point out that this interaction was done without music. So Protozoa did not want to see. No, they did not give a single shit about Protozoa.
They literally could not care less who came out to see them. What did they need?
Well, I think they need something that I think all of us need, Duncan. And that's personal connection.
Damn, dude. You're
Damn,
right.
Socialization. Damn. We
Damn.
live in a society, you know what I'm saying?
We really live in a society, but those
This
aliens,
movie-
they might not.
Oh, shit. Yeah. This alien, it's not aliens, it's alien.
It's just the
And
one. He's got no
they-
friends.
Yeah, they live in no society. They live alone. No friends.
Yeah. So the alien wanted something from them.
Yeah.
They needed help. It was a distress call.
Yeah.
But I don't actually
Yeah.
remember what they needed.
And then, well, yeah, because the spaceship got there, they got back, and then the alien presents itself to them.
And he's just like a light show.
Yeah.
So my bet came true.
That's true.
That he was an entity, not a real like thing.
Human shape being. Yeah.
Yeah, he was more of a concept.
Yeah. What was the other one? I intended to watch.
The other one was what was going to happen to the boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
I think we said he wasn't going to be in it.
Yeah, and he was.
Which we got right. I think
Yeah.
that counts.
I think that counts. He definitely wasn't in it. I mean, he technically was written. He was thought of in the movie, but he wasn't there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the alien presents itself to them, and then everybody's like, I don't think, and then Prozo's like, oh, I can sign your anything. I don't photograph, autograph. I'm here for anything. But the alien's not interested.
You play
Alien-
Protozoa very southern, but he's British in the movie.
Yeah, he is British, and I'm bad at accents, so it was British in my brain.
Maybe he's from the southern end of Britain.
you know, country Britain.
Yeah, the Tennessee of Britain.
Have you heard people who like used to have a British accent gain a southern accent or vice versa?
No, that sounds awful.
It's so awesome. It's so awesome. It's like all the difficulty here from like one accent combined with all the difficulty here from another accent.
That's what
And it
happens
makes-
when you start sweetening your tea too much.
It's Splenda boy.
It turns you from British to southern.
Yeah, cuz you know those Southerners, they love their Mike and Ike's.
Mike and Ike's?
Yeah. I thought I was trying to think like the most
What,
Southerner candy.
the most southerner candy is roasted peanuts in a glass Coca-Cola.
Oh, peanut Coca-Cola.
Yep, that's a real thing.
Is that where like you want a Sprite peanut?
A Sprite peanut. A Coke peanut.
Coke peanut. Would that just
would
be like
so bad.
concentrated Coke syrup
They're
in a
selling
peanut?
Coke cinnamon. Have you seen that?
Oh, it's sorry. Ugh.
Maybe I dreamt that actually. That sounds too
Coke-
awful to be real.
Coke cinnamon is like if they took the cinnamon spice that's already in Coke and just like accidentally poured too much. Ah.
New
Ugh.
curry flavored root beer. Yeah, Coke cinnamon is real.
Coke cinnamon.
It's
Oh
the
my
counterpart
God.
to Sprite spiced cranberry. Jesus Christ.
Christ. Can you imagine like Mountain Dew molasses? Gingerbread Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew paprika.
Mountain Dew paprika. Oh, here's a good one. Here's like an actually good one. It's like vanilla. It's like what's the oh god, cane sugar. Oh, cane soda. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, brain. It's nutmeg cane soda.
Oh. That one might be okay.
Cause then it tastes like eggnog. You know.
Try this one on for size.
Okay.
Pepsi salt. Brand new Pepsi salt with the refreshing taste of the ocean.
Can you the refreshing taste of the ocean? Pepsi brine. Pepsi now with more brine.
Oh, Pepsi, but it's like pickle brine.
Oh,
Like vinegar Pepsi.
how about a different direction? How about a different direction here? Cherry pickle juice.
Oh. Cream balsamic.
Vanilla cream of mushroom soup.
Oh. Cinnamon works in this situation too. Cinnamon doesn't belong with anything, does it?
Yes. Yeah, it doesn't really. It belongs with some bread, and that's it.
It's just cinnamon and bread.
Yeah, carbs work well with cinnamon, but that's it.
I mean, that's what Coke is, right?
Carbs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it works.
So I guess it works. There you go.
So
yeah,
the alien saves them, brings them back, and then it just kind of ends.
Yeah, so the thing that was happening in the movie, the reason that the military was there is because the space station was going to fall out of orbit, right?
Right,
And
it was drifting away.
Yeah, so the alien just sort of brought it right back into orbit.
Yeah, the alien pushes it back into place, and then the movie is just over. Oh, there's a dance scene.
There's a dance scene. Protozoa's got a new song. I hate
It's
to
not
say
as
it.
good.
It's not as good. I
It's not
prefer
as
his old stuff.
I don't want to be a hipster about it, but
Yeah, but I liked Protozoa before everybody else did, and before he wanted to be the Pope.
Zoom 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 is a better song than
Yeah.
what was the new one even called? Nebula
I don't-
Girl?
Yeah, I don't even know. That's
It
the
wasn't that
problem.
great.
But then they close all the gaps like this sort of type of scene does, where it's like, oh, my grandma's here. Whoa, grandma, I love you. And grandma's like, I forgive you for never talking to me.
Grandma's
and it's
like,
like,
I'm back
oh,
from the dead.
Yoda's here. Yoda's here back from the dead.
Yeah, the Force ghosts. Reappear.
But it's very much like we got to tie all these knots, and we got to make it so that everybody's friends in the end. So they have the military girl come back because she went down with her dad, and then she's like, well, I thought you went down with your dad, and she's like, I didn't. I came back to be with you, Zenon. And Zenon's
we're friends now.
Wow, we're friends now.
And then the boy is like, wow, Zenon,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
so cool.
We didn't talk about the boy, did we?
Not really. He's kind of nothing.
He's kind of nothing. It's the same boy from
Stepsister from Planet Weird.
Stepsister from Planet Weird, the one who got brain damaged.
The girl, the military girl, was also in Stepsister from Planet Weird. She was like one of the cool girls.
Oh yeah, she was. It's so funny having these crossover events happening.
I know, right? We haven't really
unintentional
reached.
crossover events.
We haven't reached the ones where there's stars yet.
Brenda
are gonna
Song
be
was already
fun.
in one though.
Right, but she wasn't a star. This was like her first role, really.
Right.
Also,
You're talking
they
about Cadet Kelly.
Right, exactly. Also, they replaced Nebula, who was played by Raven Simone, with the girl from The Color of Friendship in this movie.
Yeah. Presumably because Raven Simone was off doing stuff by now, but
Maybe, but this was
But,
even then too early, I think.
yeah, which is so weird because that means they couldn't get Raven Simone, so they were just like, settle for second best, I guess. And they were like, girl from Color of Friendship.
Yeah.
She did all right.
She was okay. I mean,
Yeah.
Nebula wasn't really that good of a character to begin with, but whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
So, Evan,
Yeah.
what did you think of Zenon the Zequel?
I don't know what I gave the first movie, but I'm gonna give this one a 7.
All right.
Yeah, it was solid. I think it was a little bit long at times, and I think that some of the plot felt unnecessary in a way.
I agree with all that. I'm gonna give it a 7 major, 8 minor. I thought it was more entertaining than a lot of these movies, but
Yes, for sure.
a lot of it really felt like trying to do everything the first one did again.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Instead
kind
of
of
trying to
failing
live
in most
into
ways.
its own story and space.
Yeah.
Which is why, folks, if your movies that you like that are good one-off movies, if they get a sequel, boycott. Boycott, send threats. Don't send threats.
We here at DCOMcast 100% support sending threats to filmmakers.
Yeah, and this counts as legal defense, by the way.
You shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
That's probably
like
the worst thing you could have said there.
What, me?
Yeah.
It's very obvious that it's a joke, right?
No, like it is until you say this is a legal defense. Like that's too far, Evan.
But there's space in the law for when you do a bit, right? Hey, Your Honor, I was only doing a bit.
Bit law.
Your Honor.
We need a bit lawyer over here.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's me, Evan, the bit lawyer. Did your bit get you into a spot of trouble? I'm here to defend you. Comedy law is a complex beast, but I know it all, and I'm very funny.
Did you accidentally make a racist or pedophilic tweet back in 2012?
I will explain to the masses that it was just a part of the times.
It's me, Evan, the hammer my serval. I'm here to do law for you and your bits.
I'm here to cancel culture.
So the next movie.
Yeah, I know this one actually.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's a PNG of a mug that has the Disney logo on it.
It's motocrossed.
Motocrossed. I was gonna actually guess Cadet Kelly because I thought that was coming up.
Cadet Kelly's a ways away, sadly.
Is it really? I thought it was 2002, and we're in 2000. We're early 2001.
So we're going from January 2001 to February 2001.
Yeah.
And Cadet Kelly's 2002.
Motocrossed. Do you want me to read the plot synopsis?
Sure.
Andrew is a red-hot motocross rider, and he's just about to enter a championship race that might net him corporate sponsorship when he breaks his leg. So his twin sister Andrea decides to impersonate him so that he won't miss out on his big chance, but not everything goes according to plan.
Uh-oh. What do you think's not going to go according to plan?
I think they're going to find out.
So
I want everybody to know that this is actually based on Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare.
It says loosely.
Loosely based on, yeah. Loosely based on. So we'll see sort of how, or maybe only literally I will see how closely based on Twelfth Night this one is.
Yeah, I don't even know what 12th Night is, dude.
I know the general plot. I had a theater teacher who was obsessed with Shakespeare. We had like a Shakespeare day. There's actually
I think that's every theater teacher.
Sort of legally have to be. I did. Here's what I'll say. I visited the grave of William Shakespeare.
What?
Yeah,
He's
I was
dead?
there. Huh?
He died?
Well, no, it's what do you mean he died? No, it's like for when he dies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, famous people have like deathbeds. Haven't you heard that?
Yeah, it's just a pit they put him in. So they can say
they get to pick out the
cool.
colors of the dirt.
So they can say something cool before they die.
Right. I want antimicrobial in my deathbed.
Silk sheets.
One cat.
So,
No,
do you have any
make it
bets
two
for this
cat.
movie? Because I can't think of one.
I do have a bet.
Okay.
This movie is going to share a lot of plot points and actors with the movie Brink.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know what a lot entails, but you get the gist.
I'm going to disagree with you on that.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think this movie is going to be separate from Brink.
Okay.
So, I'm going to make a bet that she is not good at motocross at the beginning of this movie, and she will lose a race.
Okay.
That's my bet going forward.
Okay. Yeah. I think that one seems like it makes the most sense. That one feels like it works the best.
I really had to go out on a limb for that one because I'm getting nothing for this.
Yeah, I'm looking through the actors now. Not many sort of shared actors on this one, I think, y'all.
There's not even really a famous person in here.
Yeah.
There's a quotes tab on Google. Quotes.net for motor. I'm going to read us a quote from the movie.
Okay, go ahead. This is a spoiler, guys, so if you want skip, you make sure to skip ahead if you don't want things spoiled.
There's one quote. Andrew Carson says, "Guys would do anything to beat you." And then Andrea Carson responds with, "Yeah, but they'd have to keep up with me first."
Ooh.
So this is going to be a fucking cool movie, guys. All right.
Oh, what's that? Yeah, hook? Oh, it's Goofy. He's here.
Oh, I thought it was Banjo.
Yuck. Yuck. We gotta go get the jiggies, the goof jiggies. Guys, it's time to check the continuity of this movie.
Of Zenon the Zequel.
Of Zenon the Zequel. No movie is without continuity fails.
Oh man.
All right, here we
cinema
go.
goofs. No movies without goofs.
Here we go. External shots of the station show that it's rotating. However, views of space through the windows show a stationary starfield.
Ding.
Ding. No. Here's why that's okay. Usually when you're filming a movie, you turn off a lot of appliances so they don't get in the sound. So they must have turned off the spin cycle.
They turned off the rotation of the station.
It's easy, guys. It's easy.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm sure that wouldn't affect anything and wouldn't kill people by turning it off.
No, because the spinning is just for the people inside so that they get a different point of view, so they get a day and night cycle.
It's for sure.
Because otherwise it's like day on one side, night on the other side, and never changes. So the spinning allows them to like be like, oh, it's daytime, time for me to do my stuff. Oh, it's nighttime, time for me to go to bed.
Spinning.
All
that's
in the
a good
span of
trick.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Here's another one. During the bush trip to Nova Linda, the mud marks on Margie's face keep changing.
Well, she was clearing the mud off of her face slowly.
Yeah, that's
falling
a
into more.
simple
That one's
one.
not even a goof.
Yeah, that one's not a goof. That one seems intentional. That one could be intentional, guys.
God, step it up. Come on.
Yeah, IMDb doesn't know like what continuity even is.
We're pointing out the goofs in the goofs here.
Here's
There's
the
continuity
goof police.
errors in your internet comments, bitch.
We're the goof police. Wee you, it's the goof police. So I did find out the reason that
Goofbusters.
Raven Simone couldn't play Nebula is because she was committed to Dr. Dolittle 2 at the time.
Okay, that was a good career move, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Good choice.
Dr.
On that
Dolittle,
one.
the dequel.
Well, anyways, y'all, thanks Major for, thanks, are we Earth people? We're Earth people.
Yeah.
So it would be
we're not-
thanks Major.
Thanks, Macro.
Thanks Macro, that's right. Thanks Macro to everybody who's watched and rated the show. If you wanted to tweet about the show, that'd be cool. I got the domain bonesforbowser.com, and now that redirects to a Bones for Bowser page that I made. So if you want to do that, that would be cool.
Yeah, that's from the Ultimate Christmas Present, by the way. It's from a different DCOM.
Yes, yeah. From the movie most recent to this one, which was not released during Christmas, but boy, did it feel like it, huh?
I feel like it's Christmas right now.
I feel like it could be Christmas. I feel like it could be Christmas right now.
みんなの味方僕らの街のお薬屋さん